billion per year. Who foots the bill for that amount? Us, the taxpayers. In healthcare costs, loss of productivity in the workforce, social benefits like Medicaid, WIC, and housing subsidies. Why women? As the backbone of society, women play a critical role as mothers, daughters, sisters, and caregivers. Critical and logical, women are afforded the right to basic preventive access to health care. Taking care of women from a young age ensures a better, healthier society. It's not about gender politics. It's a crisis that has far-reaching implications. Today, I will discuss just how far-reaching these implications are. The most affected groups are young girls between the ages of 10 and 19 years old. The most critical problem, teenage pregnancy, and the ripple effects that affect families, communities, and society in general. How, you want to know? Well, for one, when a young girl that is sexually active becomes pregnant, this puts a strain on the community and on society in this way. First of all, the dropout rate from high school goes up. Second of all, that puts that girl at a much lower income earning potential than her peers. Medicaid costs go up for the taxpayer because now we have to take care of the girl's medical needs, her social services, and that of her child. Loss of learning potential from dropping out of school leads to the loss of earning potential, which leads to an increase in housing subsidies for that girl because they will not be able to make above minimum wage. All of this at the taxpayer's expense. Now for some mind-blowing verifiable facts. Did you know as a result of these publicly funded programs, teenage pregnancy has been on a decline steadily for the last 15 years? That's 15 years of decline. Fact, the biggest decline recorded was between the years of 2008 and 2016 at a 33% decline. Just how do these programs account for these rate in declines? Number one, education. They offer free education on the importance of abstinence for young girls. And this leads to usually young girls putting off first-time sex. Overall decrease in sexual activity. And for those that do engage in sexual activities, they offer free preventive care such as contraceptions. What is the group that has been seen the biggest reduction? The one at the lower end of the poverty scale, which is Black African American girls. They have seen a reduction from 2.4 for every 1,000 births to 0.5 for every 1,000 births. It's pretty remarkable. What did you say? Fact, another great feat, these programs also offer free vaccines, such as the HPV vaccines for young girls and boys entering puberty. The human papillomavirus leads to, as we all know, large numbers of cervical cancer. Getting these vaccines early enough will ensure that there's a drastic decrease in those instances. Now, we have heard what are the facts. I'm going to talk to you about what the opposition claims. Healthcare faces opposition from many special interest groups, particularly pro-life movements that make false claims and distort data to support those claims. Fact versus opposition claim number one. Public health programs are responsible for higher abortion rates. The reality check is Medically legal performed abortions account for only 3% of the program's overall health services. Reality, women seeking screening and referrals for mammograms, preventive services, STD screening, and prevention total over 53% of the total programs. And the remaining are gynecological services, pap smears, and other types of medical necessities being met that women and young girls from these low income or below the poverty line would not be able to afford or get otherwise. So today I want to call to action each one of you here and ask you to look to your left, to your right. If you see a woman, please do your best to educate yourself on these facts. Pick up a book, go to the library, look up statistics, read up on data, because an informed society is a society that can guarantee that we all benefit from the greater good.